Hi, this is Rick and Saeed from NextStars. We're sitting here by the pool in this incredible, beautiful city of Dubai, the city of all the towers, of creating a playland by the sea, an incredible oasis in the Middle East for people from all over the world. But there's a funny thing about Dubai. You could move here, but you can't stay here. There are people who come from away, as we like to say in Canada, have no right to citizenship. And we got talking about that, Saeed and I. We got talking about just what makes Canada such a great place to come to. And so, Saeed, why don't you give us a couple of your top of mind thoughts about what makes Canada a global destination that can compete with places like Dubai and maybe even be better in the long run?
Yes, I myself moved to Canada about 15 years ago as an international student for master's program, and as I guess something in the water, I ended up staying. I really love it, and I feel many people would feel the same way. Um, One of the first and most important factors that I think makes Canada unique is the fact that you're really welcomed to be. In order to be a Canadian, you don't need to per se change anything. It's just you can remain true to your own values and your own culture, so long you adapt and adopt a few common set of values that makes a country function the way it's supposed to. And I feel that's very powerful. The other factor that I believe would be very interesting and would be very appealing to people from all over the world is that you can really think of a long-term strategy, and you get some sense of security. Well, as you rightly mentioned, people can stay here permanently, but on permanent resident permits, but they do not often. It's getting a citizenship is not really in the book for them, and I feel if you are an expat, if you are a foreigner, like just having the pathway for citizenship gives you that extra bit of security.
And for your family.
Yeah, for your next future generation, that they can call themselves Canadian, and they can participate in the decision makings of the country. They can run for an office sometime. And I think it's very powerful knowing that you're moving to a place that you can be a part of. Not yourself, but the next generation and generations to come as well. So I feel these are the two first and important, really, really important reasons why would one consider Canada as a place to relocate to.
And of course, our work at NextStars is basically working with entrepreneurs and investors who want to come in and start or run or buy businesses in Canada. And obviously, Canada is a place with a well-developed business traditions, rule of law, a very stable banking system. Not very innovative, but we're working on it. And we have big cities, great transit, great education, and to me, the most important thing is that we do have a strong entrepreneurial tradition in this day when Canadians are asking themselves who they are. We're taking such incredible delight from remembering that we invented pablum, we invented radar, maybe not radar, but a bunch of things like that. We invented radio, penicillin, yeah, so many things, the telephone. Canada is a land of innovators, and we're slowly learning how to be that and how to do it on a total national basis. And for that, we need a lot of immigrant entrepreneurs to come and keep reminding us and keep pressing us. But Canadians as well are becoming more entrepreneurial. And on top of that, we have access to the biggest market in the world, which is the United States. And, right now there's some currents there. But in the long run, we will always be neighbors. We will always be friends. And so this is an amazing platform. This country offers an amazing platform for doing business and exporting, first to the biggest market in the world, and secondarily to all over the world.
Uh, Rick, I asked a lot from our clients, why are you considering Canada? And we get into sometimes, personal conversations. And one of the main reasons is, of course, we as a foreigner, you can set up a business in Canada rather quickly. It's the ease of doing business is amazing. You can have 100% foreign owned company without even stepping a foot in the country, which is amazing. Not too many people actually know about that. And your first visit to the country, you can set up your bank account. You're good to go. You can start running your business. And as an entrepreneur, having the Canadian brand attached to your company, it's actually quite powerful. um, at NextStars, we travel all over the world. We advocate for, we do global business, and everywhere that we go, a Canadian brand is still very much intact, and we have to preserve it. We have to make sure that that Canada continues to resemble, welcomingness. Welcome, is it right word, welcomeness?
Welcomeness, that's
Yes,
good. Yeah.
welcomeness resembles peace, acceptance, and also growth and entrepreneurship. We have a lot of areas in the country that needs improvement, needs change, needs innovation, and inevitably people that are immigrants, they have the innovation mindset almost attached to them. Is that there are a certain breed of people that decide to go from, with their entire family, from one place to a totally different place
So they're
without.
risk takers and dreamers to
Yes,
start with.
absolutely, and they're better poised to make that change. And all the country has to do, all Canada has to do, is to welcome them. First of all, find them, bring them over, welcome them, and give them a platform. Uh, give them the tools that they need to translate their success into a Canadian story, and the rest, they'll take care of it themselves because they've done it. They've done it in other markets. They're already successful. They are already ambitious. And they absolutely want to make money in Canada for themselves and also create Canadian jobs. So they it's almost, you don't have to teach them that part. You just have to help them to, give them the platform, the freedom to do business, and they will make the rest happen. That's how I feel.
Right. And I think it's safe to say that we're working together because we both believe in Canada. Saeed also has worked to help people set up in Spain and Finland and the countries all over the world. There are lots of great destinations, but I think we're both a little bit partial to Canada because it offers so much. Tremendous location, tremendous lifestyle, tolerance, a very open and welcoming sense of national identity. And we can't wait to talk to you about it.
For sure. And as at NextStars, we of course always prioritize our clients' needs, but we are a little bit biased towards Canada because it is often the right place for our clients to relocate to, because as you mentioned, we are tolerant. The country is open for business, still very open for business, has the best access to the world's biggest market. If you have a physical product, you can transport it rather easily to the States. There's a little bit of turmoil nowadays, but as you mentioned, like, we're neighbors, and with our friends across the border, and inevitably we'll have to get along and continue to do business. And all those reasons point to that often is the best place, because, and this is one, a lot of times the clients are saying that they've worked so hard their life for their success, and they want to give opportunity for their kids to grow and flourish in a place that's tolerant. When they go to school, they're going to be accepted, that they can stay true to their own cultural values and traditions. They don't want to, forget or leave that behind, and they think, their kids and themselves can become Canadians, and the sky is going to be the limit for them. And we have a lot of examples, like their kids can run for office, they can like lead the country in not in the next generation or the generation after that. So these are very important things that sometimes often goes beyond, money or profit, or where should I be just to maximize, the amount of money that they can make. And it's very important personal reasons where people like, and they're doing their soul searching, in search of for another destination, they think about, and I talk to them. And I, a lot of times, as myself an immigrant to Canada, I attest to some of those facts. Like, never faced myself any limit, in doing business, growing in the country. I've managed, led, teams from all over the world, different ages, different ethnicities, and really, that's kind of, the sense and the feeling I try to also communicate to clients that are thinking of moving to Canada.
All right. Well, if you want to know anything more about moving to Canada, starting a business in Canada, buying a business in Canada, do get in touch with us. If you want to disagree with anything we said and have a good discussion, we'd love to hear from you too.
For sure. Yes, we want to collaborate. We want to learn about you, learn from you, and also share what we've learned with you, so we can all work together to, create a lasting impact and do an amazing job for our clients. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we would love to hear from you soon.
Thanks a lot.